All right, welcome. So while we're waiting for you guys, let me turn the camera so you can see fully what's going on here. Okay, as you see, we have a couple REM pods out. Have a laser grid that kind of looks wonky. Let's turn it towards you guys. I'm going to turn that this way. All right, there's that. One more thing I need. All right, so welcome to Paranormal Witchcraft LLC. As you can see, I am Tobias Josephson, and this is another one of our paranormal experiments. All right, and so I'm going to turn this light on. I'm going to turn the big light off. All right. This way everybody can see what's going on here. All right. Welcome to Paranormal Witchcraft LLC, experiments in the paranormal. Now I'll turn the lights back on here for a second. But this is what it will look like here in a few minutes, just so you guys know. All right. That being said, let's turn this off. Light us some incense, and we will get this paranormal laboratory experiment number 3 underway. If you missed the previous 2, please go back through the channel. This is real deal dragon's blood. It's going to take a minute or so to catch. It's thick. It's probably some of the thickest incense I've ever had. I love it. This is everybody's favorite dragon's blood. Don't worry, the lighter's not going to explode in my hands. And then all you do is you let this thing eat up the flame. As you see it going out, you're going to relight it. Got to be careful with this stuff, because if you catch it full on, it'll smoke us out of the room. We don't want that. But as you can see, there's some embers glowing. That's what we want. It's going out. There we go. Now, we can get to some experimentation. Good evening. Welcome to Paranormal Witchcraft LLC. I am Tobias Josephson, and this is where we approach the paranormal differently. Welcome to our 3rd nightly laboratory paranormal experiment. Tonight we'll be using REM pods today for our experiments. All right, our first experiment, we will be using the containment over chaos protocol, and then we're going to shut everything down, give it about 30 seconds or so to recycle, turn everything back on. Then we're going to escalate the living shit out of the room. The candle is just for extra light in case the flashlight goes out. All right, and so welcome, Truth Tarot Readings. Thank you for noticing that in the chat earlier. A lot of people don't notice that I have a double pupil. I don't really bring attention to it. I've kind of grown accustomed to it, but it's been about 2.5 years. So I've had time to adjust that the fact that not only does his eye wander, that it has a second pupil and it's going to throw people off. I will say, if you know, you know. Let's turn the big light on and get started. So we're using a light behind us here that was left with the house. It was part of an end table lamp. One of the lamps didn't work. I took the apparatus off. It is now a lamp behind us. And it doesn't work properly, so I got to fuck with it. But anyways, now you guys can see me better. Good evening, everybody. I can see a little better. Welcome back to Experimenting with the Paranormal, only right here on Paranormal Witchcraft channel. All right, I will change the name. I thought I had changed the name to Paranormal Witchcraft LLC, but apparently it did not take. So after this live stream, I will make sure, Chris, that it says Paranormal Witchcraft LLC. I don't want this page to be about me. Yes, I'm the PR face of it, and yes, lead investigator, but we have 9 other businesses as of right now. Okay, so just because I'm the face, I'm the guy who's on camera the most, I don't want it to always look like it's about me. All right. Welcome back to Experimenting with the Paranormal. Every morning at 11 a.m., we explore paranormal laboratory theory. In other words, it's the discussion where we have started asking really, really hard questions. Every night at this time, 8 p.m. for the last 4 nights, actually. Because the first one wasn't part of our ARC series. This one is. All right, so this is experiment number 3. The first 2 we're using Ouija EMF boards, and if you give me a second, I'll slide over here and grab it. And we have a shameless plug here, okay? Blue Mountain Paranormal. Blue Mountain Paranormal. Blue Mountain Paranormal, right here on YouTube. Go check them out on Facebook, all right? Go talk to lead investigator Matt Hornick or owner Robert. They're great people, okay? But here's what we've been using the past 2 nights. I know you guys like looking at it, but we do have to move on to different devices. I'll quickly show you some of our bags, all right? People seem to like this shit. I'm not sure why. I guess it means that we might know what we're talking about if we own some equipment. All right, as you see, this one's just a run and go. It has room, all right, in case I need metaphysical stuff. All right, most of it's put back so the backdrop isn't so busy for you guys. But in this one, we have the S box. Obviously, we have the Rook. All right, I believe the batteries are good. We just got back from a trip with Matt Hornick and team. All right, so nothing going on here. And what I like to carry on my person all the time, you guys can laugh at me if you want, is deep listening devices. Okay, deep listening devices. And tonight, I'm going to utilize these with the experiment. Here is the phasm. It needs to be charged, right? And then we have the top of it. And what you do is you'll turn it on. That's going to be a good, helpful light for us in a few minutes. There you go. I do have a bigger bag to my left, but that's not important. Might as well if I've shown you one. This is the exclusive Ghost Stop Pack Out Backpack. All right, it's much like Milwaukee's. If you're a subcontractor, you'll understand what I mean. It's got dual pockets, dual padding, has Velcro in it. It's got slots for everything you could possibly think of. Okay. And then if we can't fit everything we need, we do have a rollout in the other office. So this is everything that I did bring with us. All right, and just we didn't get around to using it. All right, and so everything in here, there's a planchette for it. Everything in here will stay. The mirror stays underneath everything. This goes above that to keep it rigidly in place, and then this board. All right, I flip it over. All right. And you have the other access. You have extra pockets on either side, etc., etc. There we go. So, good evening, everybody. let's start over. Welcome to Experimenting with the Paranormal. Every morning at 11, we talk about a new theory, a new question, and how we can use containment over chaos with it. Every night at 8, which we're about to do, we do 2 experiments, one using containment, one using escalation. And then we test, all right, and we experiment. So we are testing a simple but important question. Can an investigator behavior affect or influence paranormal equipment, paranormal environments? So this is one of our REM pod devices here. This is a 3D printed REM pod, works rather well. And this is by Phantom Instruments. And then I have a very touchy one with Mr. Antenna here. I'm almost afraid to turn it on because it is very sensitive. It makes this one look like a cat toy. So that being said, let me turn this towards me and let's turn the light off. Let's see what we get, and then we'll continue. All right, so you guys can see me good. Good, I like this. I like this. I like this. So this is the companion to the Phasm camera that I'm using. Obviously, you can see the rays. Let me turn it so it's not so glaring at you guys, okay? And then obviously we have the flashlight for added light. All right, let me take off Darth Vader. This is Darth Vader. I'll show you when we turn the lights on. It's something I do with my daughters. That's how we kind of remind each other we love each other. I have Darth Vader. They picked one out at a Lego store on their keys, etc. So let's turn on this laser grid just to see if we can catch anything back here that wants to act a little squirrely. We're going to face it in the general direction of the REM pod. All right. We're going to turn the REM pod on. Let it cycle. You guys can see. There it is, right in plain sight. The other thing Matt Hornick and team gifted us, all right, is one of these. Has their sticker on it. All right. Blue Mountain Paranormal. Go check out our affiliates, our collaborators. Also on Facebook, Witchfinder Dating Coven. It's another business affiliate. They will have all our information there. Okay. So, my friends, let's turn on. Where's Mr. Touchy? There he is. All right, you ready? It's going to be really loud. Oh. Maybe not. It was really loud earlier when I was walking around getting stuff ready. All right, so these devices behind me are different types of REM pods. All right, and so let me put the flashlight on my face so you guys can see my face. So these are different types of REM pods. They detect disturbances in the electromagnetic field around us. And when something, someone, a spirit, a demon, something dark, a mimic enters that field, the lights to my right and the tones will begin to activate. Tonight, we test something different. All right. Let's do some experimentation together now, shall we? Here's an engagement question. Have any of you ever seen a REM pod trigger during investigations? We ask that you type yes in the comments below if you have. We ask you to type many times in the chat if you've seen it many times. And we invite you to type never in the chat if you're new to the paranormal and you don't even know what a REM pod is. How many of you have witnessed a REM pod going off? I have. Chris has. Truth Tarot Readings has. By the way, I checked out your channel. I subscribed to your channel. Blessings and blessed be. So here's the experiment explanation we're going to do. Tonight we're going to run two, okay? Two separate tests like we were just talking about, right? If you see anything moving across this laser grid, the cats are not in here. I'm by myself. The windows are closed. There is no air in here. You can hear the clock in the background. That's why I paused and went silent. Okay. So the environment right now is stable. Tonight, we're going to run two different investigation experiments. Same room, same device, same investigator. You guys included too are in on this. Pay attention to those lights. Watch them to the end. First one will be containment. The second one will be escalation. Come on. Come on, we're ready. Come on, we ain't afraid. All right. Experiment one, containment observation. For the first experiment, we create the most controlled environment possible. We're going to do that now. Here are the rules of engagement. Containment and escalation. Thank you. Truth Tarot Reading said right. Great answer. Truth Tarot Reading said cool. Awesome. Looks like you've been to some events. I've not been to an event yet. I'm actually filling out my application tonight for Witches Weekend, and that's in Houghton Lake, Michigan. It's on the lower peninsula, but pretty far up there. I used to live up there. I actually worked in Houghton Lake. When I first moved to Michigan about 10 years ago, I was a flagger, part of a road crew that would do repaving. And it was through manpower up there. And I actually worked on the county highways through and around Houghton Lake for about 3 months until Meyer picked me up. So, true story. All right, guys, containment questions. Oh, rules of engagement tonight: minimal movement, calm voices, slow communication, just in case, we have slow spirits out there. I don't know. It could be because on their plane to cross over and engage with us to our plane, I have a feeling it requires a lot of energy on their part. And if we pass on from our meat suits into the death realm, I have a feeling that you have to teach yourself that kind of shit. It's just one of my theories. So long periods of silence, so that way we give them time to amp up their energy and respond if they choose to. This is the containment over chaos protocol, evidence over egos. Observe this REM pod carefully. Now we do have two, okay? So I'm going to move that one right here where you can see it. Nope, that is not where I wanted it. Yeah, I know. So that is me doing it. All right. Now we will move away. Take the flashlight away. Okay. So now we will get started. I'm just going to simply ask that if there is anything here, you are free to interact. You are free to communicate. You are free to make something happen. Is anyone here with us tonight? Is something here with us tonight? Now the candle flame's moving, guys, because the heat is on. So I was wrong. There is airflow in here, but the windows are not open. Now, I can approach this device. I'm going to ask that if there's anything here with us, feel free to do the same. It is entirely your choice. So, viewers, do you think that the device are clear until I interact with them? See that? Okay. I don't know if you can see it very well, but there it is. Okay. That's the REM pod we're looking at right there with the antenna. And then there's one right here. See it? See how that works? All right. Is the device completely stable right now? We just proved that it was. So type yes in the comments because you all witnessed it. Type small activity if you saw something I did not. And type unsure if you don't know what to think yet. Now, I'm going to power these off. And this time with escalation, we're going to turn the laser grid off. And because I'm curious, right, I will have the recording on. All right. Give me a second. And then we will switch over to escalation mode. All right, we are recording. Now, that one I'm going to leave on. That one's calibrated to be way more sensitive anyways, so I don't want to disturb it. This one, I'm going to turn this one back on. All right. And a safety check. All right, good. Here we go. Now we're going to switch over to escalation investigation protocols. If there's a demon here with us right now, I want you to make either one of these REM pods activate or react to you. Come closer to this device. We can't hear or see you. If you can hear us, touch one of the antennas. Show us you're here. All right, and then one of the most popular questions you'll hear out there, what are you, afraid of me? We're not afraid of you. Touch one of these antennas, we dare you. Notice how my voice is raised. My emotion is attacking. Again, did the activity increase when my behavior changed? No. Again, you have the free will to type in yes, type no, or type not sure. Here's a moment for us to observe together, so bear with us, stay with me, keep watching these REM pods. And then before I forget, turn this off, and then I will review it. And tomorrow morning at 11, when we're discussing theory, if I have something, I'll let you guys know. Okay. So we guess there's nothing here, huh? Big surprise, big shocker. Afraid of us humans, like always. Well, we've got things to do and people to see, so we're going to close the sessions now. That's okay that you're afraid to talk to us. We get it. Goodbye. Oh, hush it. There we go. Close the antenna. This antenna does not come out. The other one does for storage. So when I pack this one, I pack it on its side. And I always pack the antennas along the length of something. All right. And then I'll put something like against it on the outside just in case that it might get snagged in the backpack or something. That one was a more expensive REM pod. I want to say this REM pod here ran us about 40 bucks. So let's turn all these lights off now so you guys can see my face again. Ha! There it is. Got it. All right. All right, guys. So let's turn the camera this way a little more so you guys can see me. Let's turn this out of the way. It's blinding me, and we will turn him off now. What I do is I put my hand there and I watch the light change so I don't blind myself. Okay, now I'm not going to die. And now we turn it off. And now we can go charge it again. I fold it up and I put everything I pick up in my office exactly where I put it. It's called S5. It's either Chinese or Japanese, and it's just a system of putting things away where you got them, helps you become more efficient. It's kind of like feng shui, right? Clean up after yourself, etc. All right. And so this I want to keep out because I'm going to hook it to the laptop later and see what we can hear. All right. Now we'll revisit the incense real quick here. This is heavy duty incense. I believe I bought this somewhere on the way back from the Midwest and it dropped down my boot. All right, so the observation, something interesting happens during investigations. When investigators escalate, expectation rises, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Okay. When expectation rises, interpretation follows. People start assuming, they start labeling shit, they start activating themselves, their psychological and emotional centers just go out of balance and it's dark. Okay. So your brain just starts making shit up. Tonight, we ran 2 paranormal laboratory experiments using paranormal processes. Both equally effective. Couldn't be far different. Okay. The REM pod containment versus escalation experiments were successful. All right. Remember, this ARC series and what we're educating and the questions we're asking, etc., and our containment over chaos, evidence over egos or personalities, if you will, might change a lot of people's minds and how they view the paranormal investigations and how they're done forever. All right. Now, we're not here to challenge anyone. Your framework is your framework. You're free to it, just like we're free to ours. This experiment wasn't about proving or disproving the paranormal, guys. The paranormal does really exist. It was about examining something investigators rarely question: their own influence. Containment before chaos, guys. Evidence before egos. Because here at Paranormal Witchcraft, this is where we approach the paranormal differently. We don't chase ghosts. We don't do that stuff here. We run experiments in the paranormal because we want to see what's really going on the other side of the veil. For us, it's not about spectacle. For us, it's about responsibility. For us, it's not about escalation and sensationalism or performance, even. It's about responsibility, authority, ethics, and bringing discipline back to the paranormal field where it started at one time. So, my friends, while we're here, I have a couple of Blue Mountain Paranormal's devices to highlight with tonight's podcast. So stay tuned, the two of you. That third one stayed longer than I thought they would this time. This is actually a gift, or was part of a gift for one of my friends. And I can tell you about my friend here tonight because he's not on YouTube, he's not on social media, and I don't have to use his name, but I can tell you his story. So he's somebody who's kind of watched over me over the last 8 years in recovery. All right. Well, not 8 years. I should say 5. 8 is exaggerating a little. I'm coming up on 6 years this summer. All right. But truth be told, my recovery journey started a couple years before that when I was out there running and gunning. And so this is somebody I've known for a while, and they're having some issues. And so I'm going to highlight 988 again today. It's something I do occasionally, sporadically, when I get a wild hair up my ass, and I happen to personally know that all over the planet right now, and even around myself on social media platforms, I happen to know at least 5 people on every platform that are close to me or my business or groups that are struggling out there mentally, that are struggling with what's going on with the world paradigm. And I just wanted to get up here tonight and let you all know that if you have something you need to talk about, I am always available. And this isn't one of those chain fucking posts you'll find on social media. This is something I live by. This is something, if I say it, I do it. Okay. And so this is one of my specialties. What I do is I help people with their crises. All right. I don't do the work for them. I help guide them through the darkness. I help people by allowing them talk the dark away. All right. There's a song out there by Papa Roach. All right. I think it goes something like there's a let's see. Lonely soul in, no, but I forget how it starts, but it's by Papa Roach. And that's the song I'm referring to. Um, Other performers like Jelly Roll and others that have highlighted Talking Away the Dark. Those are the people I follow, and that's why. Because I am a warrior witch. And what that means is, as a human being, I've had to be a warrior my entire life from the day I was birthed. All right. And you get the idea. All right. Life has never come easy to me either. Everything I have here that you guys are seeing, I've had to work my ass for the hard way and uphill against the accepted paranormal community and against the accepted witchcrafts communities. Okay, so don't think that everything you're seeing over here is all glitz and glory. All right, behind the scenes, it's ugly. Behind the scenes, it's emotional, and behind the scenes, it's really hard to stay consistent because you just don't understand what someone's words can do to you sometimes. But I do. Okay, so if there's anyone out there who ever has that may have a problem, you might call yourself something like dual diagnosed, then please feel free to reach out to me personally. Okay? My name is Tobias Josephson. I am a recovery warrior. Okay? I will help you if I can. I'll give you the shirt off my back if it's going to help somebody. Okay? But what I don't do is ignorance. What I don't tolerate is toxicity. Okay? So if you're coming into this channel and you're going to try to take over the narrative, it's not going to happen. Okay? We're not here to attack anyone else's beliefs or opinions. We're not here to challenge anyone else's framework. Okay? But we are standing tall. So I want to thank you guys who keep putting the thumbs up at the top of these lives, because it is whichever one of you it is, you are going to help us catapult over 100 and to 1,000 and beyond. So thank you for not losing faith in this channel. Okay. What else can we talk about tonight to keep you guys interested, since I'm in a little bit of a mood? All right. I am adopting a practicing routine again. It's been a while. Now, that doesn't mean I don't practice. All right. You'll see a lot of that bullshit on Facebook. That's why I'm not on social media anymore. That's a lot of what's going on is a he said, she said, ego witch this and ego witch that. And I don't play that shit. All right. And so for me, I have a magic routine. And for me, I printed out a structured practice record so I can keep myself responsible to my practice. This document will officially outline a structured routine for, and it says my name, Tobias Josephson, who wants to practice blankety blank magic as a disciplined, repeatable focus in his magical path. The focus is on consistency, structure, and personal mental and psychological alignment between magical intention and real world action. Another word for that is manifestation. I'll give you a quick sneak peek. Yep, that's it. All right, so a lot of witches won't even show you that. All right, a lot of witches are very uncomfortable sharing their very personal practice. I am as well, but when it comes to stuff like that, where it's showing others a structure, showing others a responsibility I'm taking for my magical practice, I'll give you guys a snippet. Okay. Obviously, that was for wealth. I made a New Year's micro goal. All right. And I did some ritual work at the beginning of the year. And it's for everyone who's affiliates, everyone who's friends, everyone who follows. All right. And anyone who follows us at this channel is called a warrior witch army supporter. If you go to the Patreon channel that Chris is a part of, you have to send us your email. I humbly request that. I won't tell anyone what your email address is. It goes to my Gmail. Okay. But the goal is that tomorrow at 2 p.m. will be yet again another start for Paranormal Witchcraft where you guys, the members, can come and talk with me personally. And I hope to get the other team members in there. The Alexes, the Hollies, the Richards, the Danielle, all right, who's also another recovery warrior and one of our spiritualists. Okay. So, Paranormal Witchcraft LLC isn't just some fucking paranormal investigation company. We're not a fly by night content creator on social media. We're not a one hit wonder. Okay. We have years and years and years of discipline in our personal practices. All right. And between us, we have a few decades worth of experience in the paranormal field. All right. Now, the problem is that we are a team of witches, warlocks, psychics, mediums, spiritualists that do paranormal research and investigation. And because of that, we are immediately different. We are immediately ostracized almost everywhere we go because people don't like paranormal witchcraft being paired together. Well, I didn't pick the name, public. Kyle Kaczynski, one of our team affiliates, actually picked out that name with a few other team members. I gave the names that were collected back in May. We put them in the Paranormal Witchcraft LLC admin chat on Facebook, and we had a business meeting. Which name do we like? I think one of them was paranormal porn. We couldn't do that. There's no way we could have been paranormal porn, guys. I don't mind getting naked, but I'm not everybody else in the world. Everyone else in the world might get a little embarrassed. I don't have anything to be embarrassed about in my life anymore. Nothing. People can blackmail me. It doesn't matter. All right. That's what makes me so free. Do you guys understand that? Because I came from a place of talking dark away, and because I've always had to fight uphill, now my specialty is I serve people like Truth Tarot Readings. I help serve people like Chris Stat Investigations. I help serve with people like Blue Mountain Paranormal. I help serve our communities with Witchfinder Dating, Social Coven, right? Eventually, people will pick up on it, Chris. And I don't know your name, young lady. I should because I watched your channel. But thank you for being a fan. I really appreciate you. Okay? So, my friends, let's turn on another Blue Mountain Paranormal toy that were gifted us. They have batteries in them, and up their ass is a little device. So let's do another mini hunt and just keep this podcast going for a little while tonight. So, Chris, if you want to share to social media, if you want to share this to TikTok tonight, if you want to share this to anywhere else where you can get a couple more bodies in here, I give you permission to do that. But don't get yourself in trouble. Remember what I'm taught you, okay? Or what I've taught you. Remember what I'm trying to teach you about the etiquette over there is I really believe social media platforms are going to start restructuring the algorithms to flag almost every word that will be viewed as competition to their platform. All right, so let's play along. Let's play nice. Okay. So let's turn this bad boy on. I can't wait to see what it does. Okay. Hi. There we are. Very clearly picking up my energy. Well, we want to talk to you for a minute. Let's see what it does. Nope, nothing. Wonder if that's what it does. There's a button in this teddy bear. I didn't notice that. Nope. Okay. Let's do another mini investigation. Why not? All right. So, ooh, we have this creepy teddy bear just sitting there staring at us with those dead little eyes. Is that creepy or what, guys? Just staring at you. All right. Let's use a containment protocol. Okay. Let's give ourselves a reset energetically, psychologically. 1, 2, and we're going to take 15 seconds of silence. 3. All right. Is there anybody here with us? Would you like to touch or would you like to hug this adorable little light blue teddy bear that was gifted to Paranormal Witchcraft LLC team? Apparently, it wants to communicate by turning out the lights. All right. It's probably running out of battery, but just for shits and giggles, let's switch to escalation. If there's something evil in here, dark or demonic, thank you. If you're really demonic, turn this flashlight off again. We dare you. Holy shit. Why don't you make that teddy bear move? If you can make this flashlight go out, I think you can make the teddy bear move. Nope. All right. All right, we'll charge that one too. Funny thing about the rechargeable flashlights there with the special batteries that recharge specifically with the flashlights they come with is it takes forever to charge them. All right. So we're going to close the session now. All right. We've done a mini containment and then we turned around, did a mini escalation. Nothing happened. It did turn off the flashlight. Maybe. All right. Pretty sure it was an environmental anomaly attuned to the battery needs to be charged. All right. So it was an environmental factor, not truly escalation. Okay. But remember our challenge for the next 7 days. We encourage all of you to go out there and start watching any other podcast you can find that has a title that's labeled demonic, or has a thumbnail where there's somebody looking like they're going to crap their pants, or a title that suggests, they were never going back and now they returned to the place that scared the living shit out of them. Watch those podcasts. Watch the people. Watch the people's actions. Watch the people's faces. People can't hide their faces. Okay, their body language, they their words are what's deceiving people. You have to watch their body language. You have to watch their expressions. I think what you'll find is you'll find a few red flags. You'll come back in a week and go, I thought you were full of shit, so I challenged myself. I went over there, Tobias. I watched this podcast. Don't tell the world which podcast it is, okay? Remain respectful. That's not our job. Our job is not to call anyone out. It's not. Let other people do that want to be immature and start debating and blah, blah, blah. Okay. But go out there and look at different podcasters that do just that. Go out and look at the podcasters that do investigations, and every single thumbnail, every single title, every single time is demonic, haunted, right? Going back to the place where it all started, etc., etc., etc. Those are psychological cues meant to hook you in, hook, line, and sinker, and it's working. Okay? It's why they're making a lot of money. It's why they get those TV offers. All right? Because the world loves anything that invokes fear. The world loves anything that invokes adrenaline. We are suckers for our feelings. That is the secret. If it's a feeling we want, we will go to the ends of the earth for it, won't we? Okay? A lot of what we're witnessing around us is simple psychological confusion. All right? So, what do you guys think of the podcast so far? Give me some comments. Tell me what you think so far. I've seen a couple of you in here for the past 3, 4 weeks or longer. What do you think? Is there something I could work on? Is there something I can do better? Something I'm not thinking about myself, talking with the other business owners about, etc. I want to know what you guys would like. The engagement is great. Thank you for the thumbs up. That's going to push us over the edge. Thank you. You love it? Awesome. That's what it is. Miss Rachel Love. Well, awesome. I would be interested in talking with you more, getting to know you as a friend, as a follower. That's the idea here behind the Patreon tomorrow at 2 p.m. Now, I tried to tie this channel to it, so that way at 2 p.m. I could just go live here and just send the Substack message to Chris and myself, because that's all we have over there right now. Is Chris is the first audience member or subscriber. All right, and I had to charge $1 for the whole month, but whatever. If he can't cover it, I will. But anyways, so the idea is you can go there. I can get to know Rachel on a more intimate level. I like what Phil is doing on his members channel. He named his, I think his is Shadow World or something for his channel, and it fits what Phil Caldwell is doing at Dogman Teepee Hunting. By the way, Matt Hornick will be on the channel Friday, 3 p.m. Friday, 3 p.m. Friday, 3 p.m. This Friday, 3 p.m. And in case you forget again, this Friday at 3 p.m., Dogman Teepee Hunting right here on YouTube. I will be in the crowd. I might be on this computer, but I always have him next to me. When Phil was on earlier this morning, I was cleansing. That's where I do a lot of my cellular work, all right, because if I drop my cell phone, my computer's fine in the tub when I cleanse. But that's where I do a lot of my brainstorming after I've had coffee. I'll say good morning, etc. I'll make sure everything's printed out and ready to go, and then I get myself going for the day. So the Patreon is for you guys. I might even do some tarot, etc. So let's turn this beauty off. So again, this was gifted to us by Blue Mountain Paranormal. Her head's gonna explode. I think they're adorable. They're so cute. So Fonda made a little video for Matt on the way home. Oh shit, I didn't turn all the way off. There we go. And it was so cute. It was like 25 seconds. And she's like, oh, okay. And she was driving. And she's like, thanks, Matt. And so we sent it to Matt because he gave us this from him, Robert, and the team. A strip light. Okay, we'll turn this on for you right now. This is so we can take a nap. We'll lay this behind me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Too much electrical interference in here. All right. But as you see, it will alert you. Now, what you do with this is you would put it in a hallway. All right. So let's see. This room's about 12 feet across. I'm near the back wall here. So I'm about 8 feet. All right. So what you want to do is you want to put this about 15, 20 feet from you where you can lock your eyes on this. All right. And you can see what's going on. Obviously, it's going to alert you. That's pretty fucking bright. You'd have to be Ray Charles now to see this. Right now it's going to act normally. We'll leave it up in the background. And this one I have to get out of the chair for, so bear with me. Yeah, I know. All right. I know. All right, you get the idea. Woof. That would wake me up from a nap too. Anyways, and I don't sleep on ghost hunts. I'll just call it a night. I don't want to fall asleep and then wake up and holy shit, there's something above me. Uh, Ghost or not, I'd like to sleep in peace. So for people like Fonda and Matt that can fall asleep like that, hey man, no problem. Another one they gave us. Oh, I don't think I have a battery in it. Got to change the battery. But anyway, it's a very similar device. And these are very cool little devices. Come on, baby. Yeah, I think it's got to be looked at yet. I can do basic electronics. Something a lot of people don't know about me is I'm an old subcontractor. So I can do basics, a lot of basics, walls, basic running of electricities. Um, I do have some experience with building an actual house. So I have fundamentals of electronics, etc. So I can do simple stuff like build lamps, stuff like this. So thankfully, I'll tweak the wire and that one will work. That's a brand new battery, I just realized. So it needs a tweak. But, anyways, so we were over the moon to realize that these are some of their devices. All right. And so these are now some of our devices. And since Blue Mountain Paranormal uses them and we're collaborating together, I thought it only makes sense that I highlight their devices, especially on the channel. All right. Obviously, they're going to have their own when we go through the rest of the year. I think we have one at the end of April. We have one in May. We have one in June. I think we're talking about one now in like August that's just going to be like Centralia blowout week for investigation between us at Paranormal Witchcraft and Matt and team, Blue Mountain. So I'm not sure. There's a lot of brainstorming going on there. So I can't wait to see what Matt comes up with. And that's what I love about their team is they're so spontaneous. Like me and Fonda, we will get in the car if you can give us a few days warning or at least a week. If it's something we can swing, we will come join a hunt. All right. If it's not, we'll be honest. Hey man, we'd love to go, but we can't, etc. And so that was the idea we started about 4 years ago. There was a team called Shadow Seekers Paranormal on Facebook, and we were working with them, and we just didn't mix. And so um, we took a break, and then we formed spontaneously, much like how I formed Brotherhood of Male Witches, Paranormal Witchcraft LLC. We bought the name under LLC, and so we are a 501c hybrid. And what you guys are seeing is I am teaching myself business etiquette, separate platform etiquette, Microsoft, Excel, chat. I'm reading books. I'm doing magical practices. I'm learning how to run a business all at the same time. Okay. So I ran out of things to say. Let's take some comments. Good enough. I think that'll be the cue to head out. All right. And so tomorrow, all right, tune in right here at 11 a.m. Now, if you guys like noon better, I am still open to pivoting our slots. Okay. Because what I'm really doing right now in this seed phase is I'm trying different lengths. I'm trying different tactics up here. Okay. To see which ones this algorithm prefers. Okay. Some of it includes wording things differently, saying things differently, having obviously very clearly a different, more professional etiquette on here matters, right? It's not just fun and games like on social media. There's actual etiquette here. You actually have to be seriously minded, anyways, that you want to be a consistent presence here. If you're just doing something like this because right now it feels like fun, I guarantee you in 3 months you're going to find yourself back on social media because it won't be for you. Okay. So, that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed our experiment. I did go off way off tangent, but remember, tomorrow at 2 p.m., we will be going live on Patreon. As far as I know right now, um, Chris is the only one that has subscribed. Okay. I don't recall if you can subscribe for free and get a tier later. You might be able to. But that's where I will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. I will be on Patreon's platform doing an audience members for the followers of Paranormal Witchcraft LLC. Now, I have to wait. I'm restricted on social media, especially, well, mainly Facebook, because he's restructuring the algorithm to flag, again, anything that's going to be competition. So I get it. So Monday, I think at 2:52 p.m., or something like that, I'm released. And so I'll make an announcement on Facebook for the Patreon. All right. And for the Paranormal Witchcraft LLC group, there is posts on Facebook there. And so I'm hoping enough of you go over there and I don't need to really worry about it. How it works, I understand, is you'll send a request, it goes to my personal email, and then I add you to the audience membership list. And then when I go live at 2 p.m., bling, you'll get a link in your email. You don't have to worry about social media. I don't have to keep reminding people for 20 years. Win-win for everybody. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 11. Have a blessed evening. I am Tobias Josephson. We are Paranormal Witchcraft LLC, and this is where we approach the paranormal differently. I run this business with my wife, Fonda Yvette Josephson, who is our Chief Financial Officer. All right. And she is more or less the Chief Financial Officer and the beauty behind the face and behind the group. I look forward to hopefully introducing more team members, all right, which are business affiliates in Paranormal Witchcraft LLC, but that remains to be seen. I am working on that. Remember, we're a 5-year program. So we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Blessings and blessed be. Tobias out.